Hey everyone, I am so excited to get the opportunity to welcome you to the very first episode of the CEO's Corner. So excited. So I wanted to first start by thanking everyone for their likes, their shares, for all of the outpouring of love and support that everyone gave me. I am truly grateful and humbled by just how much people really support. And so let me go ahead and get on down here. But first, I did want to thank everyone who voted for the outfit for today. So let's go ahead and take a look here. All right. I hope everybody likes. I really wanted to get the first episode started right. So I did all the zhuzhin and all the things. But I really want you to know, don't get used to this because the CEO's Corner is real, raw, and uncut. So you may see me polished and ready to go, and you might see me with a bonnet on because as a CEO, that's just your life. Sometimes you're really polished, and then sometimes you're just getting things going and moving and grooving. You don't have time to do all the extra. Okay? But first episode, we got to start it off right. Okay. So today, I first wanted to really start by talking to you guys about why did I create the CEO's Corner. So let me get this situated here. All right. Sorry about the shakiness. We'll get it together one of these days. But honestly, why did I create the CEO's Corner? So I've started multiple businesses, some with partners, some without. And in that, I started out from workplace experience, said, okay, I really want to do this on my own. I want to start something here and learn from other people, from mentors, looked at all the videos, and I just went ahead and went off to the races. And as I was really getting into it deeper, probably about 2 businesses in, I'm not going to lie to you, I really realized the realities of what it is to be a CEO, to be a small business entrepreneur, and to kind of tagline one of my favorite podcasts, The Ghetto CEO. Being a CEO is quite ghetto, okay? When you don't have the resources and the funding that some people have when they start a business, you really are bootstrapping everything, putting duct tape on there, And as you're trying to really figure things out and learn and make mistakes, life is still going on. You still got bills to pay. You got kids, they're not, because you're doing a business, mommy and daddy, I'm going to be nice at school, or I'm going to get all good grades, or I'm just going to listen so well at home, clean my room and do all the things that I'm supposed to do. That's just not life, honestly. And whether it's you have your partner or health issues, it can be really difficult to be a small business entrepreneur and deal with what's happening with life as it's moving and growing alongside you trying to build something for your family and for your generations and, in the future. And so that was one of the things that I didn't really get a chance to see that much is the realities, the day in and day out of what it feels like to be a CEO, right? There would have been things I probably would have changed had I knew some of the things that I knew now, that I know now. So that's really why I wanted to create the CEO's Corner. I really wanted to give a real, raw, uncut look and connection into being a CEO, from waking up some days and having zero motivation to getting stuck and figuring out, how do I get new clients? You lose a big client. What do you do? There's so many different things that happen. For myself, I have an autoimmune disease that no one can figure out. And with that comes, I can wake up and feel super energized. And then I'll have a certain time of the day where I literally hit a wall. I mean, there's even been times where I literally was doing something or watching TV and I fell asleep and never knew I fell asleep because my body literally shut down. And it's hard to explain to people what is happening to you. It's hard to explain why you haven't done all of these things, as a CEO and a small business owner, when you have all of life coming at you all at the same time. And so I wanted to give a real depiction of what happens as a CEO. And I really just wanted to connect as well. I don't know everything. And with that, I want to be able to connect with other CEOs and small business owners to be able to hear from you guys. What are some of your tips and tricks? What are some of the resources that you guys utilize? What are some of your suggestions to some of the real life challenges of being a CEO? And so I really created this to become a community where we can connect, swap stories, swap resources, and feel seen and not feel like we're the only ones doing it. Because I know sometimes we'll look at social media, and I know for myself, I'll look and I'm like, dang, how are they doing all this? And they're posting all these things and they're at this place and they're networking at this place. And how are they able to do all this with real life going on? They must have it perfect. And honestly, that's just not the facts. You know, it really isn't the facts. Everybody has something going on in life. And that's why I created the CEO's Corner. So, speaking of tips and tricks, I did want to let you guys know really quickly, I will be doing a 3-part entrepreneurial development workshop with My Emerald Hands. They are a sponsor of this podcast, as well as I'm an investor and partner in that business. And with that, it basically is going to provide you a small bit of the foundations of how to really tackle certain things like customers, how to target them correctly, how to speak about your business correctly and your unique value proposition, and then give you some resources on funding and how to kind of navigate getting money into your business. So it's going to be an amazing 3-part series. It's only 30 minutes. It starts next Thursday, the 26th, I believe, at 6 p.m. PST. It's a virtual webinar. And please join me. It's $19.99 per part. However, as this is my first episode, I'm actually going to pay for 5 people. So the very first 5 people that DM me now, you're going to get your seat for free. Okay. So please join us. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to walk away with real tangible things to help better your business. All right. And so now what you're going to get from the CEO's Corner. Twice a week, I'm going to be with you guys. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to give you something like this between 10 and 15 minutes long. Then throughout the week, I will post 1 to 2 minute clips that shows what's happening in my day-to-day business journey, entrepreneurship journey, from health problems to life challenges to children, to business things, to dealing with clients. You're going to get a chance to kind of connect with me on the day-to-day. And then once a month, I'm going to bring on a fellow entrepreneur or a previous entrepreneur who's maybe gone back to the corporate world to talk about what it was like for them. Okay. So I'm really, really excited for you guys to get a chance to, really dive in and build this community with me. So today, as we're talking about building a community, I really wanted to start this on talking about celebrating, amplifying, and supporting small business owners. As a small business owner, I can tell you it is hard. And I know many of you guys know it is hard, right? Sometimes when you're going to your local cafe, to the local hairstylist, even your donut shop owner, right? That day may potentially be their last day where they're putting scraps together to give you the best service, to put a smile on their face. They may have been sick, someone in their family passed away, and them providing that service for you, honestly, was probably like a miracle. And so I want to just really amplify how important it is to celebrate your local small business owners. Like I said, for myself, I have health problems, friend problems, kids problems, everything. And it can be really, really difficult to go from one issue to the next and then also be of great service to your customer. So what I want to do is amplify a few of my favorite small businesses. So the first one is Soul Cravings, and this is a soul food catering business that puts passion on a plate. So if you want a really great meal, not just soul food, but some other items too, this is the person that you want to go to, the company that you want to go to. I'm going to make sure that the info for Soul Cravings is down below, but please support Soul Cravings. Then we have Unplus. Unplus is the marketing extraordinaire. You want to get outside of the box, push your business really out there, move it forward. Unplus is your go-to company. And the last one is the Vice Solutions. So the Vice Solutions is your IT web design, technology integration into your actual product offerings that you have. So Vice Solutions is really going to take your business from here to here. Okay. And again, all the information on these businesses are going to be in the bio. So please make sure that you connect with them, follow them on their socials, and let's support. Now, I want to support you guys. So if you have a small business, if you have a family, a mom, uncle, aunt, cousin, boyfriend, boo, husband, wife, if you have someone who has a small business, please put their handle down below. Let's link their website, their business page, whatever they have. I want to make sure we're supporting them too. So add them below and let's all make sure that we go to these different sites and follow them and support them as well, because we are better when we are together and we're supporting each other. There's no reason why our unique value that each of us brings shouldn't have a place amongst all of us, right? And so with that, that means we have to support, we have to uplift, and we have to ensure that we're engaging, right? So we can keep small businesses alive because they are the bread and butter of America. Honestly, we wouldn't survive in America without small businesses. So I want to thank you guys so much. I'm excited to see all the businesses that you're going to put below. And, honestly, like I said earlier, we are stronger when we are together. So that is a really, really, really important thing for you guys to remember. And here at the People Business and the CEO's Corner, we believe in putting people first. So I thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. All right, bye.